be starting momentarily. You definitely have time to get your coffee. And the stream commences. Welcome to TubeBuddy Support, where we help you create. Whether that's improving your SEO, saving some time with productivity tools, enhancing your creativity with AI, or just encouraging, inspiring, and motivating you. Hello, everybody. Say hello to this one. Speaking about the hat. Hope everybody is having a good one. Happy Thursday. Today is going to be an interesting stream. Perhaps. Because this time it is office hours, and we are talking about your questions. Our answers. Hopefully, one of those will help you, me, or someone else in chat. Hi, Travel Bug. Wagisha Production, hello. Goth Farmer, Dysphagia. How's everybody doing this week? With my coffee in tow. Well, hair. It's in an awkward stage at the moment. This hair is going to get really funky at some point. Anybody here grow out their hair? Oh, I'm learning all about that. Let's adjust this really quick. So, my week has been pretty interesting. Been focusing on a lot of new skills. One of the things that I like to do is improve. And improve and improve and improve and improve, and sometimes there's no end to it, which isn't a bad thing. But this time I'm learning how to make thumbnails. Quite a bit. Hats off to all of you that are thumbnail masters, as well as everyone editing with so many new things, new styles of editing, all that's been pretty cool. This next video that's coming out is going to be all about SEO Studio, really in-depth tutorial on SEO Studio, but really how to use it, how to really use it. I think it's kind of lost in the back end sometimes, but it can be a really helpful tool, just flowing right through things. And so I'm making this one really special, really different. Totally different style from the videos on the channel so far, and I'm liking where it's going. Hopefully you will too. But it was supposed to be out today. It's going to be a little bit later. It's going to be a bit delayed. So, but for greatness, we shall let it keep cooking in the oven. What have you been doing? Also, this is an Ask Me Anything. That means ask me anything about TubeBuddy. You could ask me anything about anything else, but points if we stay around TubeBuddy. My expertise is all TubeBuddy things, TubeBuddy tools. If you have questions about how certain tools work, do we have a tool for certain something? When will a tool be available? Is a tool coming? What's my favorite tool? What's your favorite tool? Maybe I'll ask you anything. That's a big hat. It is a big hat. I like it. Where did you get that hat? Farmers markets. Love them. And I got lucky. Bubble tea. Hello, Kristen. Hello, hello, hello. Glad to have you with us. Just had my long hair cut. Oh my. My client canceled, so I'm able to attend tonight. Love it! Tonight? Oh, you're somewhere far. So it seems. I think he's been watching Naked Gun or some of the other movies. Like, if I had time to sit down and watch a movie, I would. Oh, I would. Pixie cut and undercut a couple years ago, so I wanted to stop killing my hair with bleach and dye. Yeah, I think this might be the last time this color is the way it is. At least until I figure out what's maybe a healthier way to make colors, like maybe using video filters. So also, you know, this not only is it, you know, ask me anything on TubeBuddy, but, you know, if there's anything that you've been trying to figure out, even if there's something that you've been having an issue with, if there's some troubleshooting issues, it's office hours. Imagine, hey, you just walked in, we're hanging out here, the office, welcome. There's plenty of sunlight. There could be more sunlight, but, you know, why not? Bring in all the beautiful cosmic rays from the universe onto our face. Enjoying a glass of fine port during this meeting. Oh, good choice. Good choice. Should go for the rainbow hair color. If I did it one more time, maybe. Maybe. Depends. At some point first, this needs to get all big and fluffy. And then some real chopping will happen on a canvas so that I have a walking thumbnail on my face. Everywhere I go, it will be a walking thumbnail. DePaul, how's it going? What is up? With me today, just hanging out with y'all, I think. Gonna be answering some questions for you, seeing how you're doing. What have been your creative endeavors lately? What is the thing that you're figuring out this week or last week? What is the new tool or the new skill you're working on? What is that new editing technique, that new video effect, the new transition? Mine has been creating a hyper effect, like hyper zoom, as if you're going back into a memory. Masking. Has anyone gotten really frustrated about how to mask stuff? Question! Thanks for the all caps. By the way, if you do have a question, bring him. Come on, bring it. Give it to me. I like that all caps question, not the whole thing all caps, but question that gets my attention. Or just at TubeBuddy support. Actually, that highlighted thing is pretty bright as well. How soon should we start doing A/B testing? I've heard that it's better to let the video settle, so to speak. Right for animation by Pietro. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, I'm sorry. I'm gonna let that one be. Let the video settle. That definition could be different, could change for certain people, but actually let me switch that. Sorry. All right, so how soon should we start A/B testing? In general, simple answer is about 1 to 2 weeks. Complicated answer, it depends. But what's your video channel about? Or what's your channel about? What are the videos that you're making? That way I can give you a more straightforward answer. But while I wait for that, in general, it's a 1 week to 2 weeks. Why? Because your video is collecting data. YouTube is learning about what your video is. And YouTube is learning who the audience your video is for. So when it's collecting that data and learning, imagine it's aiming somewhere. There's a big giant sea and we are just kind of moving that bullseye somewhere along the sea. And when it locks on to that, okay, this is what it's about, this is where we're going to land. Now it's kind of focused in that area of water or viewers, the sea of viewers, but we're focused on this little part of that sea of viewers right there. And it's likely where you want to be. I'm sure you have already some keywords about your video that are relevant, and your viewers are already starting to click here and there, and you might get a new viewer here or there, and there you go. Now, once that's locked in, when you test something like a thumbnail or a title, you're going to test it with that same audience. You're going to test it with the correct people or around there. Obviously, the more engagement you have, the more impressions, the more focused and better that'll be. So in that 1 or 2 weeks that it's been able to lock on, your results will be more accurate because it will be testing against that sea of viewers. Now, what if I tested before that 1 week? Let's say I tested right after I uploaded a video. So while YouTube is trying to figure out where this video is and where it's going, you immediately test it again with another thumbnail. And then the next day, changes again. And then the next day, changes again, changes again, changes again, changes again. So your results will be it improved or didn't, but you don't know where or why. You're it's constantly changing it, versus having that, all right, I know where I am, now let's test. Is this better for this audience? Does my audience like green or blue? Does my audience prefer questions in the titles or a loud statement versus question or statement? Maybe they like a question, maybe they like an exclamation, maybe they like blue, maybe they like yellow. You'll never really know. So that's what makes that simple answer 1 to 2 weeks. That's kind of explaining what that means. Now I'll give just one thing, I'll say just one extra thing to completely throw all of that out the window. Let's say you are a news channel. Let's say that you are making videos for that day and that day only. What's trending in that moment. Breaking news. This happened today, right now. So that's when doing an A/B test almost immediately may help you, because you're just trying to get anybody's attention. And if that's your goal, whoever's attention I can get to come and see these news, keep track, of what's going on these days in the world, you might be able to test what kind of styles are breaking news, are loud enough to capture anybody. So your goals matter, your content matters, and all that will help you determine when the best time to A/B test. But typically I wouldn't recommend it. Unless you already had a big audience and you were already pretty solid with your subscriber base. You knew that every time you uploaded a video, your subscribers are going to see, and you're testing against whether or not your subscribers are going to want to click or not. But it's a whole other topic. News is tricky. All right, hopefully that helped you, and let me know if it didn't. I would love to help make sure that was a solid answer for you. Next question by DePaul. Will TubeBuddy ever offer a plan that allows more than just one channel to be used instead of having to buy a subscription for each individual channel? Woohoo! Hot! Fiery! Might I say, truly inspiring. Maybe. There's a possibility, actually. And the answer to that is, if enough people ask for that. Remember, a lot of these things are controlled by you. If you tell us, and if enough people come together and be like, hey, we need this, guess what? We're going to hear you, and we're going to make it happen. Personally, I like it, but that also means that prices might change if that happens. So, give or take, Good question. That started the grill. TubeBuddy support. I'm having to create a documentary series about my disability. I put a poll on Twitter, and it came back with 83% of the participants saying yes to me doing it. Nice. Great way of engaging your audience. Find where they are. Ask them something. What do you want? In fact, I should take some of that advice. Or you tell me. If I were to ask you something, would you prefer to see it in a community post on YouTube? Would you prefer to see it on Discord? Or would you prefer to see it on Twitter? Where would you like to see questions by me for you? Face track and edit. Oh, yeah. Doing face tracking is easy and fun once you figure it out. Before that, I don't even know. Okay, so Right for Animation, it's about animation storytelling. I interview the top talent from the animation industry and break down animated films with the writing approach. Ah, that's so cool. I'll look into that. So yeah, same information applies. So I would still recommend give it about a week or two. Let your video settle down to where you know where that audience was for that particular talent. And once you've captured, a bit of that area, you've honed in, or as in YouTube has figured out what the video is about and who it's for. Now you can test against that sea of viewers. Like, it's about this talent. What kind of thumbnail do you like? What's more engaging? Maybe a bigger face of the talent, maybe a bigger face of the experience of the animation, different font, different colors, all that. Been doing a ton of traveling to support, train all my clients. YouTube has been an amazing free advertising tool, right? YouTube is an incredible marketing tool. Use it. Use it to your advantage. I know that there's a lot of conversations also when it comes to affiliates and using YouTube as a way to grow an affiliate marketing style type of experience with YouTube, and could be pretty lucrative. But even if you're making regular videos and you have a product that you might be having, and if this company had an affiliate and this was on a video outside of TubeBuddy, then I would probably throw in an affiliate link for this hat. Sell this hat all the time. I like this hat. I'm excited about the new tools coming out with suggested shorts and thumbnail analyzer. Can you go into detail? How to use them? Best way to use them? What data is important to look at? Ooh! Suggested shorts, thumbnail analyzer. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That is quite a bit. So I won't go into too much detail. I think our last live, we really went into those details with, kind of taking advantage of title generator and thumbnail analyzer. By the way, if you don't know already, those are some new AI tools. Go try them out. Because it's new, they are in beta. Some things are a little, bubbly, like chemistry. Watching it mold and fold and become something big and bold. That was fun. Anyways, let's take a quick look at suggested shorts and thumbnail analyzer. So why don't we switch on over to YouTube. So while we're here on YouTube, there's a few things you can do. You can either just straight use the extension tool, go to suggested shorts. Has anyone used suggested shorts yet? Curious. So when you do go to suggested shorts, it's going to pull up all your videos on demand, and give you the best opportunities, or the ones that have the highest retention increase in their video. And then you can click on it, see what's going on there on that part of the video, and either one, repurpose it. Take that clip, do a voiceover over it, tell people, hey, you want to know more about this? Check out the full video on demand. Or remix it. There's different ways to remix, but what I'm actually trying to say is see what's happening, re-record something similar and about that same topic. Create a standalone short version of the topic that pulled the attention. Apparently, I'm slapping support at TubeBuddy.com, which really, was quite a moment there for our channel. In fact, one of the highest moments of our channel. So I'll have to dig into that a little more. But if you did want to dig into that, we can click that percentage rate and see exactly what was going on at that point. And look at other points. Maybe it's the face. Maybe, who knows? But it's up to you to take a look at it, understand the data, and come up with something pretty interesting as a short. One of the best ways to have a higher chance of a viral short or a well-performing short is by looking at some of the data and working with it. So pretty interesting. And then of course, thumbnail analyzer, whenever you are, let's talk about that one for a little bit. Let's go to the one that I've used here recently. There's a lot to play with still. So thumbnail analyzer will take a look at your thumbnails and it's going to attempt to simulate what a viewer would be looking at. This is an experimental tool that is still undergoing AI training and improvements. Please have fun with it. For reals, have fun with it. But what I like to do is see, all right, where's the focal point? Because you might have several different ones. But how I like to use this is if I'm designing a thumbnail, I'm going to add it here and see what element is being focused on. And does that element make sense? Is it focusing on the tool that I'm talking about? Is it focusing on the subject, the benefit, the value? What is the focus? And if it's about the video, then I want it. Right now, this focal point is on TB. And there's nothing really there to, special. There's nothing, to help. Here, we're getting closer to me and then River. Stanley is a little kind of out there, which that needs to be fixed. So that tells me, okay, I'm going to go back to the drawing board and try to craft a thumbnail where we're more closer together. Bring us all like a nice little cool little fun group and use that as a better focal point than spreading us out across the thumbnail, and maybe give myself some more room to add a bit more pizzazz, sparkle, glitter, whatever it is that you'd like to add. That thought process is how I would recommend and encourage you to use Thumbnail Analyzer. And of course, over time, because it's still undergoing AI training and improvements, it's going to keep getting better and better. Same thing with Title Generator. It's going to keep getting better and better. Collecting more of your information, collecting more data to better simulate what a viewer and what your viewer would be looking at the most. So you can improve your chances of crafting a pretty solid thumbnail. All right. Hopefully that answered that question pretty good for you. All right. I lost my place, but here we are. I've only been doing one short a week instead of long form, trying to find the time to finish editing 2 more interview. Oh, speaking facts, speaking the truth. If anything, that is my biggest thing this week and last week is finding the time to finish editing, but also coming up with this new style and coming up with a different way of presenting certain kind of information for you to make it easy, to still make it fun, but mostly I want to make sure that you know everything that you need to know to be as most effective as you can with TubeBuddy. These tools are pretty good. I like them a lot. And I want to make a lot more videos about a lot of these tools and how they can really add a bit of flavor. But if anything, save time. It is saving me so much time using a lot of this stuff. And right now I'm desperate to shave off all the bits of time that I can. All right. Let's see. That was an awesome answer. You're welcome. Right for animation. And you've got a few different channels. How do you run multiple channels? Some of you know that there's a second channel that I'm trying to work with, trying to build up or, have fun with, mainly with River, but just having a second channel alone is bonkers. It is wild. I don't know how some of you do it. Just do it. Besides, I'm sure probably outsourcing some of that might be helpful. By the way, if you're having coffee, you have anything else. Anything else? Cheers. Maybe special deal for just us on this call. Different channels, one price. Special deal tonight only. Ooh, that's another fiery one. But don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. One price, multiple channels. How many channels? If you were to pick exactly how many channels you would like on one license, what would that magical, universal, gorgeous number be? I love the service and tool, but that enterprise price is like, whoa, too rich for my blood right now. Yeah, enterprise is another whole other thing, and it does come with quite a bit of other pieces to it. But it is for enterprise. It is a different moving piece to a very large moving ship. And especially if, you've got, a few channels here and there, you'll be okay with some of our other licenses. That'd be the biggest project I've ever done. As to your question, I'd say I would answer it on Twitter or Discord, mostly on Discord. All right, sounds good. I got one Discord. Not me throwing up a quick poll on a community post. Affiliates, yes, I've considered doing Amazon affiliates, for example. There's so many things I want to do, but it's just finding time. No current affiliate links here. No, it's TubeBuddy. That's the affiliate link right there. And if you do dig deep enough, you'll find a coupon code somewhere around these live streams. Whether or not it works still is another story. I don't know if there's a time limit on there. All right. Let's see. But I wish I had it. It had an extraction tool that will actually clip that video so you can easily upload it to your channel as a short. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So back to suggested shorts. The problem with that is that we don't want you to do that. Because if we're just taking clips from those retention pieces, it's not the guarantee. It's not what's going to make it effective. What's going to make it effective is knowing that this part had this increase in retention, and now taking that and make it for a short, either by redoing it into that short, talking about that topic in its own maybe 1 minute thing or shorter, or doing a voiceover and say, hey, come over to the video on demand, or editing just a little bit extra so that you can do that. And that's with the assumption too that you have your original content. And so in that case, in case you don't, you can still download it from YouTube so that you can cut those pieces exactly how you need to and formulate a short for that particular platform. If everybody eventually was given the ability just to clip, throw it, it could create probably not a lot of the best content out there. Especially because maybe a lot of the captions might just like on this screen right now, it'll cut off, or maybe something that might be happening on this side of the screen gets cut off. You want to make sure to bring it all right there. Don't think it was, you can sort of do that. Yeah. And there's a scissors thing with editing in YouTube itself. So in theory, if you look up a popular part of the video or something sort of funny, etc., you can clip it out to become a short. Yeah. Question. My YouTube studio doesn't have that TB button in the right-hand side. Ooh, I only have the older red button on the upper right-hand side. How do I find those features you just showed? Great question. So we're going to troubleshoot some stuff. So there's a few things that we can talk about here. If you do not have that TB button on the right. Couple things to check. 1, what browser are you using? If you are on Firefox, there might be some issues with it currently being fixed. So I'd recommend head on over to Chrome and try it there. 2, if you are on Chrome, first and foremost, Support 101. Uninstall, reinstall. Have you turned it off and on again? And if it's still not working, especially when you come to channel, to the content itself in the video details page, click refresh or F5 or whatever button it is for Mac, and see if it comes up this time. If it still does not, send us your user ID or, your channel ID. Or, in other words, what account are you using to log in to TubeBuddy? Send us your channel. Let's take a closer look. Tech support will check it out for you and see what might be the case. A few other things that you can try is check your extensions. Every now and then, there's an extension that conflicts and it creates issues with some things popping up. Go to your extension manager and turn those off except for TubeBuddy. Try again, see if it comes up or not. If it does come up, then turn on one by one up until it goes off again so you can see what's causing the problem. Those are a little tricky and sometimes we can't do a lot about those. Now, yeah, that's pretty much it. If all else fails, contact us, support@tubebuddy.com, and we'll send us your channel. We'll dig into it and see what might be going on. Actually, there's one more area you can check. If you go to tubebuddy.com towards my account, and when you go to your channel, in the settings tab, I don't know if some of you knew this or not, but you can show or hide certain features in your browser extension. So if there's certain things that you're just not enjoying, hide them. But otherwise, try turning these off and on just to kind of reset anything, save your changes, and try again. So this is a good way, especially if you're on a slower machine and it's kind of slowing you down a little bit. Try taking some of these off, or even if Channelytics is having an issue, try turning that off and on, or see if that was off to begin with, and go ahead and make room for the ones that you do want to see and go from there. That should give you a bit to work with for now. Here's the answer for multiple channels. No life. Agreed. I'm part of that audience. Coffee for the win. Yeah, River's here. Hello. Thanks for showing up. I am using Brave browser. Ooh. Could be interesting. So, hard to say. Even though Brave is using the Chrome Web Store to use extensions, the browser itself can still cause some weird things. You can test that by just going to Google Chrome, seeing does it come up with Google Chrome versus Brave, then you know it's Brave. But still let us know so that we can tinker, maybe learn a bit, and if there's something that we can do, then we'll certainly take care of it. Oh, you just did. I should have kept reading. Kristen. Darn. All right. All right. Totally joking. Barely have enough time and energy for one channel. If you have the browser extension, which is created by Nick Nim and TubeSpanner, that'll conflict with the TubeBuddy extension. I found that when I was having a problem with it. Yeah, so actually with majority of SEO tools, whether it's TubeSpanner, whether it's vidIQ, or other SEO tools that are helping you with just your SEO work, however it is that you research your information, sometimes those things conflict. It's just kind of the way it works, because it's utilizing some of those same fields or those text boxes, or it's trying to grab some of the same data. So when there are too many hands, it's one of them isn't gonna get it. You know, it's playing magical chairs, and if whoever gets there first, and it's not always the same one every time. It's magical chairs. Or musical chairs, sorry. It's been a while. There we go. River, fixing problems on the fly. Now this is truly TubeBuddy office hours. You come into the office. Hey, doesn't work, but hey, I hope it does work now. Give it some time. Let us know. Hope for the best. I loved everybody's questions today. I think those are some pretty excellent questions. I'd love to keep hearing more about, you know, what your next week's things are. Really cool to hear some of the things y'all been dealing with, because we're all in the same boat. All dealing with so many things, and running a channel is tough. There's a lot that comes with it. Don't give up. Don't stop. Stay motivated, whatever that means. We can talk about optimizing our titles all day long. We can talk about optimizing our thumbnails, descriptions, tags, all these things. But optimize this thingy first, because that thingy is what's going to help you keep making awesome stuff. So take your breaks. Find your thing to recharge. Find your way to whatever it is that meets the balance. And that alone is hard too. Trust you me. That is a thing. But with those questions already, unless there's any other questions, we may cut this one short, so that I can get right back to making stuff. And this one's going to be good. I'm really excited about this video. SEO Studio. If you're not using SEO Studio, this might make you want to use it. And maybe a much better thumbnail than all the other thumbnails you've seen so far. Let me know which ones if there's a creator that you like the most that taught you about making thumbnails, throw it in chat or throw it in the comments. I'm curious to learn about what helped you learn the most. It's tough. So I think we're going to cut that one short. Cut it right here. 45 minutes. I really wanted to just say hi. Wanted to come in, see how you're doing, answer some of your questions, see what was going on in your minds. Maybe even figure out what kind of license you'd like if you could choose. And no, why'd you ask that question, Dysphagia? When is yours and River's next video coming out? Someday. Just kidding. It's almost ready. It's like 90% ready. So if anything, good chance we got about maybe 1 or 2 more weeks. It's pretty funny. So until next time, everybody, it was really good to hang out with you for a little bit. Glad to hear that y'all are still going at it. And of course, until next time, drink your water, take your breaks. And I'll see you later on screen or next Thursday. And I'm going to ask you a few questions in Discord because I want to know, what do you want to know most when it comes to TubeBuddy? What would you be most excited about? From a former TB member named Andrew Can. Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing the last name right. Andrew Khan or Andrew Can. But, yeah. So did I. So did I. Andrew, shout out if you're out there somewhere. You ever run into this video? Have a chapter there. Shout out to Andrew. That'd be great. Kristen, you're welcome. See you all again. Travel Bug, Dysphagia. See you all on Discord a little bit. Whenever I get a chance to pop my head in, I will say hi. You'll see it. Billy, River, thank you everybody. Dysphagia. Yes. Take care. Till next time.